Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And here's another video that I'm going to be making today. And for today's video, the title, I don't know if I want to give it a title, but the title probably be careful of being claiming to be who you are not. Be careful of claiming to be who you're not, because a day of reckoning always shows up. And this can be affect every field of work. If you want to take it professionally, you can make a resume and claim to be an engineer. You can put out a resume and you can give it out, apply for jobs all over the place. The resume can be very impressive, and then somebody hires you. There has to be a day of reckoning when you come and the person you claim to be has to show up. And when that person doesn't show up, then issues have started. So as a Christian, you can claim to be a Christian as well. And you can even quote the Bible and preach the Bible all over the place. But if you're not a Christian, you can only perpetrate it as much as you can, there's only so much you can do to perpetrate being who you're not. And also socially, you can have people who want to fit into crowds or into places, and so they claim to be who they are not. And when you finally show up in the place, in a social place, you have to the representative that you put out has to show up someday. I think I like that. The representative that you put out has to eventually show up. If you perpetrate and you project and you present, whatever that image, whatever that facade, whatever that illusion that is being perpetrated, eventually there has to be a reckoning of the representative of that illusion to be show up. Call it accountable. So as much as some, and I think we all do it. I'm putting on my psychology hat right now. We all do it. There is a level of facade that we put on to be accepted, to someone we admire, someone we look up to. We can pretend to be, to adopt values and attributes of such a person. But it's not today. When it becomes a repression of self and an adoption of something that is not you, then that's when it can probably border on hypocrisy. But most times when we think of hypocrisy on a Christian terms, like Christian, oh, I'm being a Christian and I'm pushing Christianity, but I'm not a Christian, yada yada yada. But hypocrisy can actually be looked in every facet of life, where you pretend to be something that you're not, and you push that image and push that image. Then it borders on trust. How do you trust somebody who successfully presented an image and claims to be an image, and then when the day of reckoning showed up was not the image? Can you trust that person? Because it's almost like, who is this person? Who is this person? The representation that they perpetrated and projected and presented? Or is there something more dubious, something more diabolical that is underneath, that is being camouflaged? So in conclusion, for this video, I would say, because I'm not in a place to speak to who you want to be, all I can do as as someone who presents truth, all I can say is be authentic to who you are. Be authentic. And for us who are Christians, we need to trust God in our living. If, yes, I may want something, I may want access to somewhere, and I can't get it, perpetrating and lying to get access into that place will only be a I'm being a hypocrite. I'm depending on something. I'm depending on carnality to get me what I want. And that's not being a Christian, because as Christians, we trust God to get us all the one. Our faith and our confidence is in God for Him to give us what we want. It's not for me to now depend on carnality to try and access something. So I hope this is a blessing, and I am going to get myself ready. Woohoo. Okay. Peace, love, shalom.